Okay. Okay, we'll try again. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Graham Henley. I'm the Mayor of the City of Busselton, and I'd like to welcome you all here to this community meeting and information session. On behalf of the City of Busselton, all present, I wish to acknowledge Wadani and Bibbulmun people of the Noongar Nation as traditional custodians of this region. Pay respects to elders past, present, and emerging. I'd like to also welcome representatives from emergency service agencies involved in the incident. I would like to thank the community for its patience and understanding throughout this bushfire. Some ground rules for the meeting, as we had yesterday, and everyone was very good. We will receive updates from various agencies, particularly our incident controller and also today the police. If you could please hold your questions until the end of all presentations. There will be plenty of time for questions at the end of the presentations, where we will endeavour to answer as best as we can. We will take questions from the floor and also online. I will now hand over to our Incident Controller and Community Emergency Services Manager, Blake Moore. Thanks, Blake.
Thank you, Mayor Henley. I'd like to reiterate Mayor Henley's comments there of thank you for your patience throughout this time. We do have some really good news of how we're starting this community meeting, so we will walk through some of those. I can now say that the fire is controlled and contained. We have established a mineral earth fire break around the entire perimeter of the fire where we're able to. In the ocean, we can't. There is flare-ups occurring within the burn areas. When you see smoke and this etc. coming up out of the moment, that is because we are having those flare-ups currently as we speak, but they are well and truly within the burn area and they're not of concern. We have faced some challenges today with changing weather conditions and the like, but crews have put in an amazing effort yet again today. So as I said, the fire is controlled and contained, and we're now in a phase that we call mop-up, which includes inspecting of roads ahead of reopening. In terms of property loss or property damage, we have confirmed that there is no property loss within the fire area. However, we have had minor damage to one property, and the owner of that property has been informed. The community safer places of Bunker Bay and Eagle Bay have now been shut, and I would like to give you some further good news. As of 2 p.m. today, the roads of Cape Naturalist Road and Eagle Bay Road are now open, so people can return to their properties within Eagle Bay and Bunker Bay. So that's some great news. Crews have worked really, really hard to achieve this overnight, and we have now put in place the road openings through that area. However, noting that Meelup Road will be shut, Burton Road, Sheens Road, and Eagle Bay Meelup Road from the Eagle Bay end will also be shut to maintain security within the burn area and keep firefighters working on that. So Meelup Regional Park and the area within Meelup Regional Park where the fire is will remain shut for some time. This will also include the Cape Track within Meelup Regional Park. So as I said, Cape Naturalist Road is now open, which includes the subdivision, Endicott Loop, Wadani Drive, Eagle Bay Town Site, which is really great news and great work by the crews to achieve this. Any further questions we'll hold towards the end, and I'll hand back to Mayor Henley.
Thanks, Blake, for that. I'm sure very welcome news for the residents, and any questions that you have on that we can respond to. I'll now invite Detectives Sergeant Krista Bruin from Strike Force Falcon to come forward and give us some information on the preliminary investigation into the fire.
Thanks, Chris. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name's Krista Bruin from the Strike Force Falcon, which is a part of the both police arson squad in Perth. We were tasked to investigate the cause and the origin of the fire. So we were tasked to find out basically how the fire started, to determine any criminal element in relation to the fire. We did that today after the fire was extinguished. We managed to get into where the fire started. It started very close to the coast, and I suppose it's a mountain bike trail that follows the coast in sort of close proximity to where the golf course is. And there's no other way for the fire to start it than some sort of human behaviour. Whether that human behaviour is an arsonist, setting fire to this act, I can't say from the evidence we have at hand. All I suggest is, if any information that anybody has in relation to the cause of the fire, any suspicious people that were seen nearby, I know it's quite a remote area, but it is a track that runs through there, please contact the Crime Stoppers and give that information through. We have received some information already through Crime Stoppers, which we're very thankful for, and we're following up all those lines of inquiry in partnership with the local police. But I urge anybody who does have any information in relation to the cause of the fire to contact us through Crime Stoppers. Thank you.
So just reiterating, that's Monday evening, the time of interest, prior to 8 p.m. Yep. Thanks very much. Thanks very much for that, Chris. I can also report Department of Communities are here if there are any questions, but the Geograph Leisure Centre where we are today was closed as a welfare centre at 8 p.m. last night. There wasn't a requirement to continue its operation. However, anyone requiring assistance can contact the Disaster Relief Hotline on 1800 199 008 if there is that requirement. There's also some information flyers which will be distributed here today and also put up on the city's website in regard to the fire retardants and A-class foams that were used in fighting the fire, and also some information about using rainwater after a bushfire. So that information will be distributed to you and also put up on the city's website later today. So I do urge you, especially residents in that area. If you do come across injured wildlife, we advise to please phone Department of Biodiversity, Conservation and Attractions, the Wildcare Helpline on 9474 9055. And that number again, 9474 9055. Before we open to questions on behalf of the city and our community, I would like to thank our fabulous volunteers and the many agencies who've worked collaboratively throughout this incident. We are truly grateful for all that you do, not only for this incident, but those that take place throughout the year. Ladies and gentlemen, I now open the floor to questions, if you don't need to run off and head home. Do we have any questions online? Everyone's busy getting back home and no questions? Yes, madam.
Obviously, the top wasn't on the areas.
The understanding is that all of the utilities were checked prior to the road reopening, so it is safe for everyone to return home. Yep. We didn't have the microphone then. That question was about power and other utilities that have been checked by agencies. So, if there are no further questions, I will close this community meeting. Thank everyone for their attendance, both in person and online. And thank you all as a community for your patience, understanding, and also for following instructions and advice, which certainly helped everyone to achieve a good outcome. So thank you all. Thank you.